In light of teaching on gender and transitioning, I'll share with you deceptions from the trans medical complex. Keep in mind an important distinction. The distinction between gender dysphoria on the one hand, a psychological disorder which resolves in the vast majority of cases, and on the other hand, the ideological concept of gender, defined as the innate internal sex identity, where a person can be born in the wrong body, is considered normal sexuality, and is treated with gender-affirming treatments that suppress normal development, amputate healthy body parts, fashion fake genitals, and sentences children to a lifetime of medicalization dependent on the lucrative trans medical complex. The deceptions, starting with the Kinsey reports that formed the basis for much of the modern perversion of sexuality. The male report claimed to describe normal sexuality for the average man. To do that, Kinsey should have studied a random representative sample. Instead, his sample of about 4,120 subjects included 1,929 criminals interviewed in prisons, including over 1,400 sex offenders. 300 subjects were selected from a population Kinsey called the underworld, which he defined as bootleggers, con men, dope peddlers, gamblers, hold-up men, pimps, and prostitutes. Kinsey sought out a non-random, highly unrepresentative sample to redefine normal sexuality. Kinsey trained his staff that all sex acts were normal, including bestiality and pedophilia, and trained staff to exhibit disbelief and contempt when interviewees denied sex acts. There were problems with statistics, abuse of children as young as 2 months, and use of data from pedophiles. Kinsey's study was flawed, fraudulent, and criminal. The NIH is funding a study of youth treated with gender affirmation. It's designed to produce evidence supporting the desired conclusion that gender-affirming treatment is safe and effective. The 4 doctors chosen for the study are already strong advocates of affirming feelings with medical treatment so children can impersonate the opposite sex. They are unlikely to find harm. There's no control group, no comparison of gender-affirming treatment to psychotherapy and letting puberty take its course. If children would have done better with non-affirmation treatment, we won't know from this study. The study follows subjects for only 5 years. Many who regret transition do so after 5 years. The American Academy of Pediatrics has endorsed affirmation-only treatment and labeled the watchful waiting approach, the industry standard for gender dysphoria, as outdated. The AAP claims its condemnation of so-called conversion therapy is based on several studies. There are no studies on the use of conversion therapy for a gender identity. The studies AAP cited were studies of sexual orientation among adults, not gender identity among children. The AAP article left out outcome data on gender dysphoria. 11 studies demonstrate the majority of children outgrow it. If you're a truth seeker, don't look to the trans medical complex. Thank you.